This is Brian Dolby reporting from the NICC Open Forum, where I'm joined by Gavin Young of the IET. Gavin, you have a presentation about demand attentive networks. What's that all about?
Well, basically, Brian, it's a way of looking at networks to make them much more responsive to users' needs. In the past, we've just been increasingly throwing bandwidth at the problem, which was the right thing to do when that was the bottleneck. But now we're easing that bandwidth problem with developments in broadband and 4G. We need to focus on other issues like reliability, consistency, delay, etc.
And is that where the NICC would help play?
Certainly some of the technology approaches that the NICC is working on as we move from VDSL from cabinets and looking at faster technologies, looking at how we can optimize some of those existing technologies to share data better to make them perform better. That's all part of the work. And also things like the wires-only interface, as it's called, whereby customers can potentially supply their own VDSL routers in future, or their service providers can. That's another big step forward that the NICC has facilitated.
There's quite a lot of work that NICC does that people just aren't aware of, isn't there?
Yes, I think a lot of work that ends up in the international arena originates from thinking in the NICC. So I think about in the active line access working group, some of the architectural work there on wholesale structures for networks, in the DSL working group on this wires-only interface and sharing of data between operators for dynamic spectrum management operation, all those kind of ideas of downstream to places like the Broadband Forum for further discussion on an international level. But a lot of the initial thinking and discussion is seeded within the NICC.
Now, you were speaking today in your capacity on the communications panel of the IET. Tell us more about that organisation.
Yeah, so the IET has a communications policy panel that addresses all sorts of issues associated with the communications industry and then represents those to government and regulators, etc., and really represent that part of our industry. So, for example, this week with the Demand Attentive Network, we presented that to Ofcom's Spectrum Advisory Board, and it was launched at the House of Lords yesterday with a number of Lords and MPs, key players in attendance. So it's that sort of level of engagement of the communications industry that the IET seeks to represent.
Okay, thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you.